All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations. Much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And, presenting your lives as living sacrifice. And shalom as well to the men, women, and children learning in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a quick video, just moving, meditating on, the salvation that's coming for the elect and only the elect. Okay, well, actually, let me get that first. In Galatians, I guess Galatians 6 and 16 says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel the Most High, okay, or of God. So this is who the Lord's coming back for. Like the Lord said, He's going to gather His elect from the four winds of the earth, roughly paraphrasing. Okay. All right, the Lord ain't coming back for everybody. It says Matthew 24 and 31, and He shall send His angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather. All right, and they're going to be gathering into the chariot. All right, the chariot's the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, because Yahweh Shai, which we're going to get into, I'm going to read it in Luke. He's coming with His chariots. Okay, but it says, and they shall gather together His elect from four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. All right, so the Lord is coming to deliver His elect and only His elect. All right, the wicked of our people, they're going to have to die. All right, and then know it through death by pain, and then they'll come back in the kingdom in their right mind. But for now, they got to die. And we're okay with that. Because the Lord said it so. So who are we to say otherwise? But here it is in Luke 21. The heading says for verse 25 down, it says the return of Hamashiach. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And that's what we've been seeing that, you see, the different eclipse, the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, all that, different signs in the skies, in the heavens, chariot sightings, as you notice over the years, they've been releasing more and more information of the so-called UFOs. Now it's out there. So they have no choice but to, release declassified information, whatever they call it. But it says, and upon the earth, distress of nations. And what's going on right now? You got distress of nations everywhere. Europe, Asia, the Middle East, Africa. You got distress here in America. Whether it be the USA, South America, Central America. All right, there's chaos and distress upon nations everywhere you look. Okay. Let me see what it says. Same thing. But in the NLT here. But you know what? I could have just did that in the same page, so I forgot. Here in the NLT, it says, and there will be strange signs in the sun and moon and stars. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. Well, people are in the earth is in turmoil right now. Oh, look at that. You saw that? We'll go. That's a current events, but let's see where turmoil says is of measure. Okay, that's not adjective. Here it is. Disorderly. Oh no, that's turbulent. I don't know what what was the word? The hell? Turmoil. Let's see here. Turmoil. Okay, so he's going into confusion. Let's just Google it. See what it says on Google. It says a state of great disturbance, confusion, uncertainty. Yeah, that's what the world is in, a state of uncertainty, confusion. All right, this is known as the land of confusion right here. Babylon goes into the Hebrew word babal, meaning confusion. And that's all you see around the world, especially here in America, okay, which is going to intensify. NIV, there will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish. There you go, man. So let's move on to the next verse here. Verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the power, Salakia, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Let's see what it says here. The other ones, people will be terrified in the NLT. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in heaven shall be shaken. Yeah, the people running this earth is going to be shaken. All right, the earth is going to be shaken, literally, with this nuclear destruction. Okay, the people our faces are going to wax pale, as the scriptures say. People will faint from terror. It's going to be we're entering into the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, World War III and the missiles when the Lord returns. All right, it's gonna be some horrific times. And again, only the elect will escape through all those sad perils and then be delivered at the end. It says, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Okay, let's keep reading though, because I really want 28. It says, and then shall they see the Son of Man, Yahushua, coming in a cloud, which is the chariots of the Lord. Okay, to his chariot, he's coming on a big fathership. It says, with power and great glory. And he's coming with his host. I think it's the word glory. Let's see here. Oh no, it must have been power. The word there for power goes into his armies, his host. Okay, so the Lord's coming with his angels, which are thousands and thousands, chariots. And when they see these things come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Why? Because the chariots of the Lord are going to call us up to meet him in the air, as the scriptures say. Okay, see what it says in the NLT says. So when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. It is even nearer than when we believed. All right, you see all the things going on in the world right now. We're very close. Okay. It says, when these things begin to, in the NIV, when these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Okay, and that's what's coming, man. The Lord is about to deliver his elect from the four, like we read in Matthew 24, from the four winds of the earth. Okay, we can go get it in Revelation. Well, let me get it Revelation 1, because again, the Lord is going to be coming in the clouds. Revelation 1:7, behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. There you go, man. That's going to be people to, like we read in Luke, people are going to be in distress, turmoil. All right, they're going to be amazed at what's coming upon the earth, and then they're going to be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation, which we'll get. Let's see here in the NLT says, look, here comes the clouds of heaven, and everyone will see him, even those who pierced him. All the nations of the world will mourn for him, or because of him, because he's going to bring death and destruction, pursuing to Isaiah 66:15 through 16. There we go. The NIV. Look, he is coming with the clouds. Let's see, we got a footnote here. See what it says. Daniel 7:13. Let's get that. Nope, I don't want YouTube, man. What the hell? All right, Daniel, what was it? Daniel 7:13. Oh. Daniel 7:13. It says, I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. There you go, man. Yahushua, the Son of Man, presented. Even Daniel saw that. Let's go back here, and that's what who's coming in the clouds, the Lord. And again, the clouds are the chariots, because that's how he left in the book of Acts. Let's get that. Acts chapter 1, we'll go straight to the point, verse 9. It says, and when the ascension, so when he was taken up, when he went up, taken up and back to the Father, because you remember he rose from the dead and walked with them 40 days. And then he was taken up into the heavens, into the cloud. Well, it says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and the cloud received him out of their sight. And this is the same way the elect will be delivered, taken up into a cloud, received. Okay, let's get that. What was it? Ascension. Say, ooh, look at that. Ascent of Hamashiach from earth into heaven in the presence of his disciples on the 40th day after the resurrection. A rising to mount, ascend, go up. So the elect, where are they going to go? They're going to go up. That's why the scripture said, look up, for your redemption draweth nigh, because we're going to literally and physically be taken up into the clouds, like Yahushua was. So let's go to Revelation 11 and 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And here goes the word again. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So every eye shall see Yahushua return. Every eye is going to see, well, not every eye, because people are going to be dropping dead and, getting zapped by chariots. But the ones that are remaining and around the elect, they're going to see them go up around the world, mainly here in America, the great deliverance. But read it in the NLT. Says that a loud voice from heaven called the two prophets. Called to the two prophets, come up here, and they rose to heaven in a cloud as their enemies watched. So pretty much. Let me read that in NIV. And they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, come up here, and they went up to heaven in the cloud while their enemies looked on. So people are going to be looking on. Again, like Wisdom of Solomon says, the strength is for salvation. They're going to be alive while as we go up, and they're going to see the elect go up. Lord will be part of that number. And then what happens? They're going to see the missiles coming down to destroy them. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians. Oh, you know what? Slack, let me go back. Let me get this word ascension in the Greek, see what it says, even though we already know what it means. But let's see. They ascended up on a bino, It says to go up, to rise, mount, be born up, spring up. So be taken into the heavens. Ooh, move to a higher place. That's that secret place. Okay. Enter into thy chambers. So that in the nation of the Lord be passed over. Yeah, this is where Lord's will we gonna be. Watching America be destroyed from the chariots, looking down on the lake of fire. All right, give me 1 second. All right, Slakia. All right, so let's go to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. We'll start at 13. It says, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning the which are asleep. Yeah, because there's some of the elect that are going to be asleep, right? They're not going to be in their physical body when the Lord returns, but the Lord going to put their spirit back, to be delivered, to receive salvation. They'll be the first risen. It says that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him. For this we say, see, because that's why your works follow you. All right. It says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. Yeah. So everyone gets the reward. Just because we're alive doesn't mean we're the only ones to get that reward. The ones that died in the labor and in the ministry, they were going to receive their crowns as well. Slakia. And the NLT says, "We tell you this directly from the Lord. We who are still living when the Lord returns will not meet him ahead of those who have died." There you go. They're going to actually meet him first. It says, "According to the Lord's word, we tell you that we who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep." And they're not taking a nap, on a hammock. No, they're asleep. They're dead for you. People can understand. They have died, which we understand death. But it says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout." That was that loud voice they're going to hear that we read about in Revelation 11, Revelation 11 and 12. It says, "With the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first." Okay, let's see what it says. Let's read in the NIV. "For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach will rise first." Here it says the first, for the NLT, "For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a commanding shout, with the voice of," and that commanding shout is going to say, like it said in Revelation 11, "Come up hither," and with the trumpet call of the Most High. First, the Christians, right, the believers who believed in Yahushua, who have died, will rise from their graves. There you go. So the Lord's going to raise them up, put the Spirit on them, and then raise them up, and they're going to see them get delivered. They're going to literally go up into the clouds to meet the Lord first. Right here. They did a good translation on the NLT. There's another scripture that goes, let me see if I can find it on my phone. I think it's in Revelation. Let me see here. Let me see. I forgot exactly how it's worded. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to put it in the comment bar. I can't remember right now how exactly it was worded, but it pretty much goes into that, them being risen up. All right, Lord gonna raise people up in the last days. All right, he gonna put the Spirit back on these people to either get salvation or eat a missile. Let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me. Oh, here's one. This is Revelation 14 and 13. It says, "And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth." Right? Because what? Here's a promise that they're going to be risen up. It says, "Die in the Lord from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them." So there you go. Their works are going to follow them. That's why we have to endure unto the end, whatever that may be. Okay. Hey, I think this is it right here. Yeah, this is it. Let me pull it up. This is again, to go into this, like we just read, that their works follow them. They're gonna be risen up first, and then like the NLT, it literally tells you that they're gonna be raised from the graves. But let's go to Revelation 20, and I believe it's verse 13. Yeah, here it is. It says, "And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their work." So, hey, death and hell were delivered up. The dead which were in them delivered up the dead, which are the ones that are sleeping. And what they gonna come and be raised up for? that they're gonna be judged. How you think the Lord when he said he gonna plead with all flesh, he meant all flesh. You asleep or not, you're gonna get judged. Let's get it real quick. Just real quick. Isaiah 66, quoted it earlier. Okay. Isaiah 66 and 16 it says, For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So even if you had died, let's say you die of starvation a week before the Lord returns, the Lord's going to raise your ass up and you're going to get judged according to your works. And it says, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. So if you get risen up in America, guess what? You're going to be risen up to be cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So the ones that get risen up, all right, the ones that die in Hamashiach, they're going to be risen up from the graves, right? Like it said in Revelation 20 as well. Okay. And then, but they're going to receive salvation. They're going to be judged according to their works. Okay. So let's go back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16 again. It says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up. So now the ones that endured and still are alive, right, held faith to their faith, held strong to it. It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we be with him. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. This is how we comfort one another. Then together with them, the NLT, then together with them, we who are still alive and remain on the earth will be caught up in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Then we will be with the Lord forever. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever, forever, ever. Forever, ever. All right, so we'll end off here on Wisdom of Solomon, because that's going to be a very strange thing that people are going to witness. Because first of all, you know, they've only heard things about UFOs that the devil has told them outside of what we say, right? So they think it's already some kind of green goblins, ant people, or reptilians, whatever. And then people are gonna behold us, like, you know, our enemies are gonna behold us go up into those chariots, the so-called UFOs, and then they're gonna see a missile not too far after. All right, so Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, then shall the righteous man, and the righteous man is a man that's walking in the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, a man that's walking after glorification of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, not someone that's trying to fill his own belly or walking disorderly. Somebody that's actually living the faith. All right, walking in the faith, walking in the light, not just proclaiming to be an Israelite and knowing breakdowns, but being a complete demon or being a hypocrite or changing up the doctrine. No, it's the man that's truly coming in the correct way, that's straight and narrow. All right, through Yahushua says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, Israelites, Edomites, all the heathens, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Right? The world's going to be in turmoil. It's going to be chaos, death, destruction everywhere. And then the chariots showing up, zapping people. And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So these people don't even know what's coming. All right. Let me see if I can get that in the GNT. Alrighty. I can't find my GNT Bible. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Salaki. I got it right here. Got it right here. All right. This is the same thing, the same verse again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. and read 1 and 2. We'll close it out. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. On that day, someone righteous, full of confidence, confident in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will stand before those who oppressed him and made light of his labors. They will be amazed to see him safe and will tremble with terrible fear. Yeah, people are going to be amazed seeing us get delivered and be trembling terribly. All right, because they're going to be seeing the things that are coming upon the earth, and then the Lord redeeming his elect and destroying the face of America. All right, so hey, Lord's will, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruchakodash, the Barn City Elder Apostles, Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutation and much love to the sincere Akim out there. Shalom.